give us games where he'd just be the most fun Kunkka you'd see, right? This guy, he has the potential to, if he gets a good start off in the mid, to be at the top of that net worth graph by a fair few thousand very early on and continue to stay ahead of everyone in the game if he's able to get the space that he needs.
That is when he would get the pretty even advantageous lane for him.
True.
If he's put in a position where he's against the Batrider.
We are Batrider as well.
Yeah, they're not going to do this though. No. That's why they have this putting Slark in. And they're going to force Kunkka to play versus the Beastmaster probably, which might not be that bad.
That should be alright, right? You're going to easily get damage on the balls, Yeah.
All lanes actually can. I mean, the Slark, like we said, the Slark is not going to be put in the lane versus the boar, so both of these side lanes actually have a chance to kill the boar. Willow's good attack speed with the Pango coming in with the Swashbuckle, or on the other side, just a
step lively now.
Over it, or a cleave plus 1 or 2 input. So Beastmaster definitely the one that I'm going to be looking at that's kind of still laning phase. He has a 5-man smoke secret. Just run around and get some information of lane.
Looking for a bit of action here, Secret. We'll see if Nigma's quite prepared for it. Weehaw sitting around on his own here. He's got to be careful.
He put the ward down afterwards too, so Secret's going to go de-ward that one, and they're actually looking to get him with a little bit of slow.
See if they can do it. Yeah, it's a risky place for them to move into aggressively onto him, as Weeha's going to be fine.
Step lively now.
Instant de-ward though, Puppy. Got him right away. Put the sentry down. Claim that one with extra gold. Nigma sweeps over to clear out their jungle, bringing 5 heroes. Lanes meet. And we'll see how they end up. Nisha with the maximum damage for the last hitting here. Double gauntlet, so maybe a double bracer early on.
I like it.
A lot of times for these Kunkkas. I like it. There's the Beast. Got to match his damage. Beastmaster's damage.
Yeah, we'll see how well he does do down here. And do you think at the start we're going to see some sort of setups of tri lanes for the first wave or so, or straight to dual lanes? Is there any strengths? Yeah.
No real big surprises, I guess, that you can get. Like, caught on Grimstroke, you know, setting up this kill with these 3 is not really the greatest. I guess on Secret you could see the potential, but they just want to have standard lanes. Right away. GH, he's actually the one blocking the hard camp with Sentry. They put themselves a defensive ops ward on their high ground too, to watch, probably just to watch when Puppy is able to find a good creep and maybe look for a wraparound and just protect themselves of any.
As expected, yeah, this mid, Matu just starting things off straight away with a full 1 for this lane.
Should be a pretty free lane for the Slark. Bottom, we see Mind Control immediately skills active. As soon as Puppy sees that, he just takes over a melee creep to trade the right-click war. And yeah, the lane's looking, the mid and the bottom lane looking really strong for Secret. Top lane is a little bit more of a randomness. I feel like Willow always has the potential to dominate the lane, but also he does, we'll be able to walk away. And break the salve.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, stepping a bit too close there. Allowing Kuro to waste pretty much half of that salve at least.
This mid matchup's gonna be so hard. Weehaw, he's gone for just the mana regen build we've seen popularized a lot, so his base damage is even lower than we have. Some of the people that go for the no build up early.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we plays this game off the back of what will be a very sort of rough start for him in the 1v1, but a 1v1 that you got to imagine, as a man who plays a lot of Batrider, he's probably been against this quite a lot of times before.
Oh, he actually gets the courier, the forest, the hill troll priest.
Creep got it, yeah. Very nicely done.
Probably the better creep that he could actually find in this lane too from that small kit. Constant heals for himself and the Kunkka that counteract the Illuminate. Sounds pretty damn good. It will expire though.
Farm for Nisha down there, 7 of 3. Against the 3-0. He's having a fine time here down bottom. As Mind Control not able to get quite as much out of the lane as Nisha is.
I feel like the fact that they're able to do this, and just because of these hero picks, the Enchantress and like the and just the Pango in the side lanes, he doesn't skill board, so it actually it hurts a lot of the purpose, the initial of this Beastmaster as Nisha getting aggressive.
Yeah, he's just getting so much damage onto these two. Between the Tidebringers and playing with the Torrent smartly around these range creep denies that Mind Control is of course trying to go for.
not healthy on this at all. He just makes a couple mistakes here. He could look to
Oh yeah, Torrent and a Tidebringer, and he could just be dead.
Yeah, low armor heroes actually too on this bottom lane, so the Tidebringer is actually even more valuable. Beastmaster, too, he's got the Ring of Protection. 2 base armor, same for Coddle. They eat quite a lot of damage. Nisha's gonna have some free farm.
Yeah, it's each of these hits really crunching through mind control.
He's got regen coming out. Actually, no, he just has boots coming out, so no regen on this bottom lane right now. They have to be cautious. The top looks like the fun lane where it's very back and forth. You see Zai still farming really well, but so is the PL, and they're just constantly harassing each other, breaking their regen. Nigma is almost out of regen up.
And as you said, overall, you do rate this game as a pretty good PL game overall. I mean, is this sort of a game where as long as Nigma don't suffer too much in the other lanes and Miracle can find his farm, you'd be pretty confident that the PL is going to have a good shot of carrying it?
He should, as long as he's able to get this crazy farm, and Zai isn't keeping up. I think Zai has this super farm game, so they might actually look to focus to give Zai more farm to be able to address this. If he's able to get crazy farm, maybe, but there are some small capabilities for farm on this Kunkka and this Pango, which they're gonna get. They're gonna be able to cleave down these illusions. Might not be so 1-to-1, especially if his other lanes are just so crippled. Like this Beastmaster, 11 last hit, Bat's gonna be shut down too. It can't just be a PL alone versus some slight count. If Zai gets away with a good game, right, he can go the Aghanims, the Maelstrom, and then he's a full counter.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
It has a lot of options that they can go for.
It's always fun to see. I mean, Nigma at least having some heroes that do offer quite good control against Zai, right? If you consider there's this Beastmaster, Grimstroke. Even if Zai does indeed get pretty big this game, it's not as if they're going to be completely unable to control it.
Yeah, most definitely. Top. Yep, sword. Thinking about actually going in. This might actually get
I think this should be a first blood. It is.
Can't turn back.
I guess he felt he couldn't run away, or...
Nice kill for Nigma. And also just one thing to point out, I've seen Puppy now twice. He's actually sent his creep to scout the Ancient. So he's very aware of the fact of GH backing out a lane and for that Batrider to get enabled. Weeha's lane is going rough, they're always going to have stacks for him to...
Is it worth your life?
We'll be aware of that, and they're looking for mind control here. Nisha level 5, Beastmaster level 3.
Got the setup here with the center. Oh, actually, Puppy off the mark there. Waiting a little too long and allowing mind control to get out of there. They should still be able to get him. So it doesn't matter that the combo wasn't followed up perfectly. They still get the kill.
So swing Weeha over to maybe try to get a grab on Nisha.
Is under attack.
Try for the courier.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
But Nisha 6, very early level 6 on this Kunkka versus a level 3 Beastmaster.
Yeah, this is, I mean...
That's scary.
Yeah, now the 6 is here. It's a hard lane for mind control to come back into, right? He's a real threat of dying to the combo. Top lane, they're trying chasing onto Zai, but Yapsor's here to back him up.
Got the rotation too. Matu swinging up with an invis, trying to help out his buddies.
Nigma's got to be careful. Matu, if he can find his target, he's in, and he's going to be able to find Tura for sure. One down, and maybe another as the pounce. Over towards Miracle connects. Matu, a perfect rotation. Double kill for him as he leaves mid and has a huge hit on top.
And they see Weeha. Weeha's trying to counter-get this, but he's under a ward. They're bringing the 4th hero. I mean, Matu actually TP'd up, but Weeha might still be in some trouble.
Yeah, he's going to drop the lasso.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I mean,
he's dead.
He's making a move into a lane where both heroes have died. Oh, no, he's not even going to live. Puppy's able to take him down. I mean, why do you think he decided to continue to commit there, Top, after Miracle and Kuro had already died?
Top tower is under attack.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think he's just trying to find any way to fix the
mid lane
lanes, but
at the same time, Matu, he was able to dive in and get the kill on mind control. Top lane Zai, he's got the swashbuckle. He's out. They're going to try and chase with the Doppel. Miracle will be able to close the the gap. Actually doesn't want to commit fully. Holds back. Zai with the Duke to the trees. He's going to live, and now Miracle is in trouble. The curse ground will hit. They're getting in with another swashbuckle. Miracle's down. Kuro also in a spot of bother as he's trying to run. Puppey, as he got the damage. They're going to come looking in the trees. Kuro trying his best with the Dukes, but Yapso and Puppey, they're hunting, and they'll find him. As that sort of last minute alone has just sent things spiraling incredibly fast downhill for Nigma.
Out of control, really. The Beastmaster, my control, he gets a leveler at half in the mid lane, gets dove, killed. Matu's rotations, just the dream. Batrider tries to make the move bottom. Weehop doesn't work. Matu makes the move top, gets himself a double kill move victory.
Look at this again.
Looking really
good.
It
looked like Miracle had this. If he committed, he wanted to pull back as soon as he saw the TP. Felt that he couldn't keep going here, and the illusion's not quite able to get that hit in with Zai sweeping past the tree line.
And Puppey can just make the port top to help out his friends because Nisha's has an absolute free lane bottom as he's going for armlet. This is looking... Secret's got some master planning here, and Nigma's going to have to just hope for some way back into this game as their two playmakers are so heavily shut down this game. Their Batrider and their Beast are
Dire's structures are
pretty much out of this early game for the next few moments. They have to look to group up and make some type of attack. Close to the book one at least, but it's pretty slow already at this point.
I mean, and as we've seen, you know, the summons can be dealt with, right? You know, sure, PL late game might be a bit of an issue for the wave clear, but anything like a Necrobook summon, Tidebringer, Swashbuckle, that's pretty much going to do it every time.
And now the Miracle's on a hero that he actually can't go and help out, right? Like sometimes we see like
he's got a farm.
Spirit safe lane or something. PL isn't like that. He's not an active role. He needs his Batrider and his Beastmaster to be able to be active to make him the space. So he's gonna try.
Tower is under attack.
It's hard though. Yeah, he's fine. He's out with the Shadow Realm. Trying to make some awkward movements. I think, as you say, you know, Nigma, they feel that they've got to try and do something, but still at this time where Weehar's not quite got the boost of travel finishes, he hasn't got that first item to enable him, it's very hard for them to do so, but they definitely feel pressured to make these sort of moves, Nigma.
Yeah, otherwise they're just going to have to play the full farm game, which they are preparing for. I've been watching GH. Look at this Ancient. Like, he's got like a 5x stack going. He's got it going for that Batrider, but Weeha is constantly on the run.
Is under attack.
He'll try and turn onto Yap. This time around they might get Yap still, but no, Zai's in with the help. He's able to bump over with the Rolling Thunder. Weeha, he's got to be careful as Matu also looking forward towards him. The Swashbuckler gets him. Zai takes him out. They may have lost Yapsop, but again, another slowdown to Weehar's progress. They did manage to get his box at least complete, so won't lose too much money. But still a death as Secret's 3 cores holding on to those top spots right now here, just after 10 minutes.
And this is how you set yourself up to be able to deal with the PL. Of course, get such good lane advantage, but also itemize for it. You see Nisha, armlet's done, so he'll have ways to be able to clear out those illusions. Let's see what Zai has queued up yet. Just the Javelin, so he'll be able to have the potential to go for the melee. They've already got the tools prepared for if PL is able to find farm. Just really taking over though, and it's not going to slow down. Matu has Diffusal finished already. All these heroes looks like feed good Slark. We'll get time to at least farm up his stack. I don't believe it's test this by any means, but they look content with just farming the lane. They don't feel like they not need anything with how much damage they've done already in 11 minutes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This will be a good jump up to Weehar. See how much money exactly these stacks are going to add up to.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Probably going to be close to, I guess, just under 1,000.
Is under attack.
Very needed. Good amount of levels too. It's up to,
yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah, pretty much 1,000 gold from that. But still, I mean,
it's all pressure though. Secret just farming. Like they didn't feel the need to actually go for any of this. They were aware of these stacks. Puppey had scouted them earlier on. They're fine with just sitting back farming. Yapster's going for greed. He's actually going for a straight Aghanim on the Willow.
Oh damn! Oh my goodness, he is. I guess this was the plan all along. Yap was like, Puppey, pick me first, pick Dark Willow. I'm building Ags. You're right. This is. I mean, if the game continues like this, it's going to be one of the quickest Willow Ags we've seen. We'll get the silence out into the Inkswell. The Ruse down though. Matu, he can turn, chase him down. Make himself hasty essence shift stack. Bottom lane. Nisha's got the setup. The boat comes crashing down. He's able to take down We Are. And into the jungle. Secret moving and finds GH as well. 3 dead.
Radiant's bottom
On
tower
Nigma.
is under attack.
He's looking for the wraparound. He has got the Rolling Thunder. He's underneath a tier 2. They've got the X mark. So they want to commit, though. They don't. They won't go that deep. Yeah, at least.
He kills the book though. Zai squashes in,
Radiant's
kills the
top
book.
tower
The book
is
1
under
almost
attack.
kills off the second archer as well, and he's almost has Maelstrom. So they're really just there's gonna be no summons and no illusions that can actually deal with this damage that's gonna be coming up in secret.
Dire's middle tower
They're just
is under
collapsing so
attack.
quick. Matu now taking this
Dire's
tower.
structures
2
are
towers gonna be taken so
fortified.
early. They've been trying to slow it down a bit here with the max of limit build.
Look at this on the pack. Nisha's already managed to wrap around. He's trying to set up onto GH. Doesn't actually quite get the combo onto him though, so GH is going to live. But the space is there for Matu to get that last hit on the tower. Already 1300 on top of the diffusal blade.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Miracle's, I think he's aware that there's no way that he's going to help his team with fighting. So he actually didn't go for the first item diffusal. He went for the Yasha, the farming item. And he just knows they just need to stall and make time for him to have a hope in this game. But Secret, they're so well prepared for when this PL does get online. Their itemization, very ideal for if that moment does.
And we're seeing, I mean,
Radiant are scanning.
down bottom, Nigma.
Trying to force. Weehaw really wants to get a catch. But Secret, again, with the scan, will be able to back away and then continue to farm those side lanes.
Still just some of Nigma's cores falling very far behind. Beastmaster, you know, Microsoft.
Radiant's
Puppy's
bottom
nearly
tower is
overtaking
under
him in
attack.
farm.
Dire's top
The last pick
tower is under
Beastmaster.
attack.
Completely addressed when they have all this all this summon clear with the way that they've set up the lanes. He's halfway to his Aghanims too. Again, all this farm and space on the map as Nigma can't pressure. They can't. So much map control lost as Matu with the DD. He spots Weehaw for a second. He's gonna look for the hunt. Very passive game for Nigma to really do anything. As we said, they're two playmakers just so shut down in the laning phase, so limited for them to do anything. Feels like now they're just waiting for Miracle to have defusal so he can actually get involved. Feels like they really 4v5 is just not going to be working with what.
The smoke from Secret. Nigma are on the high ground. It's around this bounty point, and they only get the grab on side. Weehar's charging in. He's looking for the grab, but the X-Mark drag them straight back. The 2 of them into the boat combos. Kuro gets taken down. Zai's in with Rolling Thunder, locking down Weehar for a second kill for Nisha. As they're really trying to make something happen, Nigma, but Secret are just ready for them every single time so far.
And they're even trying to be cute. They send mind control top to push out the wave. GH recalls him back into the fight, but by the time he's in the fight, 2 heroes are dead. Nisha, a very ideal setup. Slight misstep, just walking into Torrent and boat. Kill it. They get a roar. It's on the poopy.
He's already got the heal going.
Just gonna walk away.
And he's going to turn. Look at the setup. The angle for the Tidebringer hit. It's starting to really not look very pretty at all here for Nigma. Mid lane, Matu. He's not going to get Miracle, but he is going to force him back. Bottom, they might get the kill on Nisha. Weehaw comes back in, finally able to take down this Kunkka. It's something. They need a lot more of that.
And a lot more as Matu is taking over with the defusal.
Flame break. Well, picking up the pounce, they're knocking it back before he latches it on. I'll turn over towards GH. Matsu. He's going to be dissuaded from diving any further as the soul bind locks the 2 of them down. Weehaw trying to charge down Yapsor. The Curse Crown stun will hit. Miracle has turned up. Matu low on the mana. Flame break off the side. They're staying on top of the target, but Matu's got the 1 charges and is able to sweep his way back towards the tower. But the stun, they close the gap with the X-Well. Miracle is in on top of the 2 of them. Can he actually take them down though? Rolling Thunder from side comes in, ends up jumping over Miracle. Is ready to come back round with a second sweep onto both GH and We Are. Huge swashbuckle from Zai. Cuts the 2 of them down. Kuro's gonna fall. As it seemed here, Nigma, they felt that they had something going there. They really wanted to charge down Secret. But again, we're just really feeling how far ahead Secret is right now. 11k advantage at 17 minutes in. And just all 3 of their cores able to contribute so much more than Nigma's can at this moment.
even their support. Look how farmed the supports are. They've
Dire's
surpassed my
bottom
control by
tower has
significant
fallen.
margins. These fights just impossible. Miracle shows up. I actually thought he had defusal for a second, but he
Dire's
shows up
bottom
right before he
tower
does
is
have it
under
finished.
attack.
So no way to actually catch or chase anybody as this game continues to be domination secret. No mercy. Ward vision covered too to watch Weehaw when he does go to the farm. And Yapsor,
he's nearly
about
got
to
it.
have
Right?
Ags.
I mean,
He's about to have Ags.
it really has to tell you something. When Yap's doing this sort of build, like, what does this sort of say to you that Yap's thinking about the status of the game? Like, would he be doing this regardless of how he's going, or is he doing this because he knows he can?
They did first pick it, so maybe he was going to do it anyway, but
Okay.
I think it's because they just know. This is just an absolute...
Invisibility.
18 to 4. Now they're in Roche. They've already itemized to deal with the if scenario. If the
Dire's
PL is able
middle
to recover his
tower is
game.
under attack.
And the rest of it, they already
Radiant's
handled all
bottom
that in the
tower
early game.
is under attack.
They will from here forward for Secret. They're just
Radiant
unbelievably farmed on
structures
everything.
are fortified.
This Roche just can't even attack. Tons of lucky shots.
Your song has fallen to
Lively
Radiant.
now. Your admiral is
Radiant's
Aegis
bottom
for
tower
Matu,
is under
and
attack.
you know, as we saw earlier, it kind of makes you wonder if Matu was watching the
Radiant's
two games for a little
bottom
pleb,
tower
and
has fallen.
you know, he felt like, hey, you know what, I really fancy playing some Slark today and going Diffusal Ags. As we've seen it already in the two games earlier, look amazing, and again here in this sort of game where the momentum is behind you, Matu's just going to be a huge nightmare to deal with. You can't run from him, and even if you do manage to get on top of him, he's going to be very, very nimble as he jumps in and out of the fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Might be seeing Batrider benched away, perhaps, because this is the two teams that have now really shown the domination of that Slark when the Batrider is picked up early. You just pick the Slark, you lane it versus it, and it just... Batrider's game is ruined. He feels forced to move around, but Matu, as a Slark, actually had the better rotations in the early game. He got two successful ganks quite quickly. Bottom, long jump.
You can't escape it. You really can't. Easy kills from Matu. We saw it there as well. The Yaganim's now done on Yapsor around this 19-minute mark. Probably has to be one of the faster timings of the Ags on a Willow you've seen in pro games.
Doesn't even feel like he needs it. It doesn't feel like it really adds that much. It just feels like it's him trying to get...
There we look. 21.
Yapsor
20.
ripped it.
Okay, to be fair, it's going to be in one of the match. But it's 21 minutes faster than that other match. The match is in. They're going to get the control onto Miracle back into the boat.
Step deep six.
Azai, he wants to try and chase for Wee, but Flame Break will put him off it. Wee able to pick up these bannerings, but they're going to come
Dire's
hunting
middle
for him.
tower is under attack.
Look at Puppy's items, too.
Dire's
Just the standard
structures
drums
are
and
fortified.
Vanguard.
Vanguard Puppy. Oh my goodness. Oh, that,
All the
I mean, that's...
itemization to be prepared for later on, right?
Yeah.
If the PL ever
Dire's
gets farmed,
middle tower
gets the Crimson,
is under
it's an
attack.
enchantress.
First time, I mean, not surprised about that. I mean, that's got to do some damage there. If you're Nigma and you click on the Ench and see them just rocking a Vanguard.
Such a Puppy item build, though.
Dire's
Like, you
middle
usually have, like, the
tower
medallion and the Vanguard or something on the enchantress. And Secret, yeah, just really running well in this game. 21 to 4. No hopes for Nigma really even on the horizon for quite some time, as they're just fully addressed. Even like we said, the PL has no way to actually play the game because he's fully carried. He's 1200 HP. They just shred right through him with Eads, and he will not get to the point
I mean,
where he can deal with this damage.
and what would you say has sort of been the most glaring issue that sort of lent the game to go like this? Would you really just go back down to the way that Secret were prepared for a Weehaw bat mid? They do the Slark, and sort of Weehaw's game just slowed down entirely? Because when we saw the draft, you know, the panel didn't expect this sort of outcome, right? They said, you know, it's a good PL game. Nigma, they've got the more sensible lineup of anything. As Matu is going to lose the Aegis there.
Radiant's top tower
The
is
rest
under
of Secret
attack.
a little far behind, but Nigma, regardless, they're trying to step away from him. Matu's not going to allow it. As he jumps over onto Kuro, he's over towards GH. Poor old GH trying to get away from this Slark, but he cannot.
Holding it to those kills too.
Is under
415
attack.
for the Coddle, even though there's 14k up. I love it. He gets so rich off of these kills. I think it really is just the way that they set up the lanes and just set up disaster for Nigma to
Radiant's
really not be able to
top
switch
tower
and
is
adapt.
under attack.
This Beastmaster was level 3 when the Hunter was 6 bottom. That is a massive glaring problem.
I think
So 2 lanes that would just stop. And
Radiant's
top lane was
bottom
trade.
tower is under
Zai
attack.
did fine. So two super dominant lanes just really capitalized this. And Weehaw with some bad the bad rotations in the early game really hurt them. Matu had the successful rotation.
Bottom lane. Poor old mind control. He's going to drop a roll, but he can't get away from this Axe Willow. Yapsor just beating him down through the Shadow Realm. That's Nigma. They've popped a smoke. Maybe in a sort of a one last hurrah chance here to find something.
If they can even find anything. So again, all well prepared. Everyone swings over. Puppy looking to get some ward coverage down for his team. And everyone just backing each other up. Just they're really not giving Nigma any hope in this game at all. Not giving them any options to get anything.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Build up too. We watch Nisha continue to just go for the anti-PL items. He gets the BKB to cover himself. Then he goes for Shivas. Zaya, as we've already mentioned, the blink. Perfect.
Dire's bottom tower
I
is
think that they do
fallen.
have really good high ground defense with this Coddle and this Grimstroke and the way for Batrider to lasso someone and pull them into base. So it might take a little bit of time for Secret to actually go to that high ground, but they're just going to... Miracle is just hoping to be able to farm a heart at some point in this game so he can actually kind of stand in the midst of all this AoE, but prepared for once it gets to that point. Puppy just walking around getting some D wards. And we see mind controls his necro books to also look for any type of to get some. Okay, they got the blink on the bat. GH is going to recall him up here too. Maybe they can look to catch something here.
Master onto Matu. See if they can burn his mana down in time. They can't. The BKB will be caught by Weehaw. He's off to the side. Zai crashing through the midst of it all with the Rolling Thunder. See if they can finish anybody here. The X-Mark is going to drag back Miracle. The silence will stop any follow combo coming out straight away. As in the trees, they'll lose GH. I mean, close there to being able to control Matu long enough to take him out, but just not enough.
They look prepared for that move. Look how fast all five of them collapsed up there. They were just immediately all around their Slark to protect him. Nigma they're trying to pull anything out too. They're like showing heroes on one side and then recalling them to the opposite to try to catch Secret off guard, but still not working. Secret had no mercy this game, really.
Absolutely not.
Weehaw. To make some type of pressure play, but Secret's got a read on him too. Came out already. Probably now expecting that there's no way that Nigma really wants to take any fight, so they're gonna have to do some creep cutting shenanigans. So we see Puppy placing a ward just in a lane randomly to watch when this Batrider does come out. And they see Weehaw with it immediately, so do whatever they want with that information.
Just look at this damage Yapsor with the axe. As he takes down Kuroki from a mile away, Zai finds GH. They just cannot step outside of the base. Yeah, Puppy's got a full Crimson.
It's so crazy how far they are. They're going to X the Pango as well while they continue the siege, bring him back. Puppy's going to run over. And without the Cuddle and the Grim, the two big out spammers, this is a really good attempt for siege.
Can have Lasso back up in a second.
Welcome back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now the Coddle Grim are going to respawn it. They're going to back up, look to clean up and pick up these bounties and wins that they didn't get. Or maybe hunt and get a ward down and look for Miracle. He's gotten some time to recover.
He is, you know, Miracle. As we've seen in the Nigma games where things start to get a bit crazy, he is doing a good job of avoiding danger. They are going to go for him now, though. And with Doppel and Manta already expelled, he's looking pretty dead here.
That was actually a cute attempt of trying to save. They recalled, he doppeled during it, then he tried to Manta dodge the attack so the recall will go up, but they hit him anyway. All that attempt at him surviving and getting a farm, quickly punished. Secret with just one quick swing around it. Stop that PL for 40. The longest 40 seconds of...
He needs every moment out on this map. As that, you know, the heart was coming relatively soon, just about 2k gold, and he'd have it. And then that stage
Side's already in.
for Matu. Now we are does have the BKB and a TP if he wants to go for it, and he will. Out he
Radiant's
goes.
bottom tower is under attack.
GH and Kuroki actually pushing out this bottom lane pretty far. They've got the mid wave and the top wave coming in. Mind control. We'll see how aggressive MATUMBAMAN's feeling at this stage. He may want to just go in.
Looks like they're trying to finish, excuse me, they're trying to finish up Kuroki's Blink Dagger. They can actually do some fun Blink double lasso. And I think
Radiant's
that
bottom
could be their
tower
only
is
hope
under attack.
these next few moments of the fights.
Roshan up.
Precious bounty.
Can look to settle for that.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
I mean, Nigma. In his position, would you want to see sort of a YOLO move around the pit?
No, there's no hope for them around but it'll be a total disaster. The PO is the only one who can actually do anything inside of those fights. The Beastmaster. That's like 9 throws walking. Senses Thomas and they all just die instantly with all the AoE.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Huh?
under attack.
Nice find here for Nigma on the neutral line front. They do manage to get themselves the Elven
Radiant's middle
tunic
tower is under
for
attack.
Miracle. Definitely one of the juicier items here. And 500 gold and the heart will be done.
Radiant's
So
bottom tower
we'll see how
is
much of
under
a
attack.
difference this does make for Miracle in the fights. Sending these illusions onto some of the... I say some of the squishy heroes. The problem is at this stage, no one's really that squishy at all on Secret. And they're not easy heroes to sort of go on. Of course, Puppey with the passive and Yapsu with Shadow Realm. These aren't really heroes that could just be deleted by a PL jumping in these team fights.
On this ward bottom, it's still continuing to see Nigma's movements. Weehaw does not want to have to BKB again to TP out. He'll be able to hang on.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Does lose the courier though.
We'll
So
lose the courier.
Radiant
Ether Lens
are scanning.
is going to be out of the game for a few minutes.
Because Secret's just winging the map every time. They push out a little bit of a lane, immediately start swinging over to meet toward the other ones, just trying to catch any of the quirky Nigma heroes running around the split push.
Step lively.
Continue to get themselves a lot of farm too. Matu. Smoked running right through. Puppey. TP's right in the midst of all of them. No fear for him.
Oh, he might have to BKB this time round. We'll see. Yeah, he's got to pop it to save himself here. Wait. He's out and away, and it, you know, these itemizations from Secret 2, you see Nisha, the Shiva's Guard, he's pretty much got the AC on top of it as well. So with this AC Shiva's Guard from Nisha, Crimson Guard from Puppey, this PL is...
Arcane power.
Miracle's barely going to give them a tickle.
Yeah, and they have so many ways to clear the illusions too, as we mentioned Versailles with this as Miracle. Oh, the evasion does not work for him for the recall, and now he's going to chase.
Oh.
Oh?
He's going to be able to get out with the TP though. Matu not quite able to find the angle initially. Nearly gets it there the second time round, but Miracle's out in time.
Oh, now Matu's stuck there for a bit. He's got no mana. Look at him.
Oh, he's stuck there for... Oh, okay,
Stuck for some
about
time.
10 seconds or something. A little bit of a slow.
Top. Instantly Secret though preparing. They've already got a Lincoln's also on side, so protection versus Lasso and versus Roar when he's inside of his Rolling Thunder. Or for his teammates if he sees these opportunities. Spotted by the Hawk. Can't take advantage of that at all. Is trying to find a little bit more farm. Matu very low mana though. And there's the AC. So Nisha, as we mentioned, his build is just fully
Radiant's
undressed.
top tower
We're gonna take
has
no
been
damage. I have
denied.
52 armor. Oh, he's under a tower. My math was very off as well. But anyway, 46 armor. My control out of the top lane, ready to the bottom. Puppey's Centaur is scouting though. Let's see GH for a second.
Yeah, I mean, if somehow Nigma's able to get the Soulbind on Roar into Lasso on Slark +1, then maybe. But it's still just such a big maybe because it really is the problem with damage output. at
It
this
is.
point.
It really feels like it's gonna have to be a double lasso under tier 4.
Yeah,
to a double
sure. You need the
4.
towers. Yeah, you do. You need those tier 4s helping out.
They're really lacking on it. Like Miracle might be able to survive a little bit longer, but his damage isn't going to be so much there because these illusions are going to get cleared out very quickly. And now Matu building up the BKB so that he can just stand toe-to-toe with the PL, with the army that's all around him. Don't worry about being out of mana. Nigma, it's all about just buying time. So split push. Weehaw just charges past the lanes, fireflying it. GH continuing off bottom, recalling in the Beastmaster summon the books, and then they throw them out. And they are getting some gold on the map, but Secret continuing to grow their lead, and it's 30,000 experience lead too. They're keeping.
Nigma have definitely been able to hold off, you know, straight, sort of just rolling over and letting Secret take down the Ancient. They're definitely making Secret sort of think about when they want to go for their next move. The question is if Secret really matter, or if Secret's just sort of having fun at this moment, just getting farm on all 5 of their heroes.
That is a high possibility for Secret. Just playing, now they're just playing dotes, you know, it's playing dotes with the guys again. Rather than having to worry about just winning the game, you probably feel like you've already won, and you just know it's this huge onus on Miracle. The rest of his team is doing, they're doing what they need to do on Nigma, though, just pushing lanes out and just trying not to die as PL attempts to catch up. And he is getting close. He's almost the same net worth. So many things that he break through.
Haste!
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Doing their best to try and at least keep this one lane far out. Secret's not quite in position to have multiple lanes pushed up to Nigma's base.
Look at GH is being so annoying.
Yeah, he's
every lane,
doing
every
a lot.
wave bottom cleaned up for him. Aghanim's now finished after the force, getting a good amount of farm. Forcing Secret's hand down bottom too.
I mean, you know, it definitely goes to show that if Nigma weren't set up in the tough ways that they were in this laning stage, that this game could,
Your admiral is on board.
you know, if you consider
Yeah.
21k, but Nigma is still able to play out on the map and slow Secret down a bit.
Precious
And
Yeah,
get-
if they did have a better early game for
Yep.
sure, we're seeing all the solutions. Like Secret, they know that it's just gonna be PL versus the world later. So as we mentioned, Zai, look at his items, exactly what we kind of figured he would go for. Ags, Maelstrom, all their itemization is really just thinking about dealing with PL, dealing with Mirror. Really gonna be, they're gonna be taken care of just from the natural spells and the farm of everyone. Set up here. They did have this ward up on top. I believe it's Hiroki for a hot second as he was walking through. Call him out. GH sets him up to push him in. And a lasso, they'll actually find Poppy.
They do. If they've got the damage here, Miracle's around. Puppy, he's got back up there. Matu jumps straight over the wall. It's just dropped down. Matu committing him the Shadow Dance, ready to try and chase for more. Weeha's out with BKB TP. Mind Control also having to pop his BKB to get himself away from Zai. Kuro will be thrown to the walls. Puppy, he's had enough. You know, they've killed him. He's back in straight away with the
Step
buyback.
lively now. Your admiral is
He
on
may
board.
just be ready to give the order for Secret to start pushing for the high ground siege now. Kuro still down for 30.
The lasso is a long cooldown. It's 110 seconds. That's probably what he's saying, right? Take advantage of no lasso. They can't actually take us into the tier 4s now. As pause from GH. During the glyph usage.
I mean, without the lasso, what's sort of the best way of Nigma making a move on Secret whilst they're pushing?
Just hope for them to overextend by any means. Right now, they have to be a little cautious. They can just sit back passive and just keep blasting with the coddle. That's the one nice thing about their draft. This tower might still just go down, though. They need everything at their...
They have in him. Zoom.
I thought I lost you for a second. Oh my god. Your voice like tapered off instantly. I was like, oh god, did I lose power? Oh no, what's happening?
Oh, still, both teams are called for G. Now it comes. Take a little bit of time. Reset themselves momentarily. Nisha's looking for an X mark grab. Matter, he just straight in. He's up into the base. He's looking for G8 to Raw. Does catch him. Willowitch down as well. But he's able to put the BKB get out and actually find Miracle. Miracle was trying to commit onto Nisha. He couldn't quite get him though. Nisha is fine. Miracle's down for a minute. So's we are out of the game. No buyback. Secret will have plenty of space here to
Middle
commit.
barracks are under attack.
He went in when his team was getting gone on. They couldn't help him at all. He got hit by pretty much every spell from Secret. The Fear, the Pango, every single one of the spells connected on Miracle. 45 seconds.
It's a long time.
Might be just that.
Are under
Yeah,
attack.
still has 14 in
Dyer's
his
middle
stacks.
barracks has fallen. Dyer's middle barracks has
Still
fallen.
got that cheese.
Your admiral is on board.
Power. Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Trying to hold as just the three of them. They were struggling massively when they had the full roster up. Just the
Dyer's
three.
top tower has fallen.
Very little to be done
Dyer's
to slow down
top
Secret,
barracks are
pushing
under
him
attack.
very easily, taking a second set of racks as their lead, their
Dyer's
domination
top
this game
barracks has
continuing. 31-5, 27k advantage.
Step lively
Such a
now.
clean
Your
game from
admiral is on
Secret,
board.
really. Who's actually got the deaths? What? Nisha's got 1, Puppy's got 1, and then Yapsor's got 3. So they've done a great, they just a great job of making sure that they don't even lose the core heroes that are in the front lines ever. It's just unbelievable farm on all 3 of them. Zai for once, honestly, I feel like is unbelievably farmed for this team. Where usually it's like Yapsor is taking a lot of the farm. Even though Yapsor is, Zai's kept up significantly this game. He understands what he needs to do to counteract that PL. And into the Roche again.
Yep.
First one. Free.
Easy refresher shot, ready to go. I mean, this is...
And a full heart for Nisha, too. I believe is about to be bought up on the side.
Oh my goodness. He's a pretty tanky boy. Nigma. They know that they've got to go for these crazy plays. They're not even able to make it there in time. As we are... Oh! He's in. He's going to grab Puppy. He's trying to get out with the remainder of his DPC. The Will-O-Wisp down, but Puppy's going to live side. Straight through the back lines here with the Rolling Thunder over towards Weeha. As he keeps him locked down, Miracle trying to jump in and over towards the back lines. Kuro able to keep himself alive there with that last minute smoke. Puppy being focused by the illusions, but there isn't quite enough damage. All there is. Miracle will be able to finish off Puppy, but Nisha now comes in with the bow. They'll be able to get Miracle up to the high ground. He's away with the doppelganger. Roar as well from mind control. Holds back MATUMBAMAN as they're chasing Miracle. So Miracle can get his way out of there. The recall's going to be in play, but they have the damage to stop it. As Miracle's got to stand his ground and fight. He turns over towards Nisha, but look how tanky Nisha is. He's still alive though, and he's draining their mana.
Nice illusion play by Miracle. Baited them for the fake one. Matu getting kited.
Trying to get it onto mind control. Miracle, he's now going to turn over towards side. Will-O-Wisp is back up. Miracle jumping in with the doppel. He's trying to stay on top of the two of them. Zai, he's ready to go. Rolls up. Holds his position. Matu still trying to punch into Miracle, but has to be a little cautious with no mana.
Did only Puppy die? Only Puppy died. What a crazy fight. Both teams is dancing around each other's carries. They both thrive off of these long duration team fights, the Slark and the PL, and both teams just play phenomenally kiting around. Even Kuroki's gonna get away from Matu for now. And he'll get away too. GH, will he be so lucky to get out? He will. What a crazy fight where just one person...
Stay on the move.
I mean, I guess it's sort of just a case of... I mean, well, if anything, you've got to be very pleased with that outcome if you're Nigma, right? You're not dying. You're not losing in a game where one team is 27k ahead. You've just turned up to a fight and you didn't lose anybody. They couldn't quite kill you.
Come on, sprites.
They didn't quite take anything out either, though. I think it was just a refresher shard that was used from Zai. Aegis and Cheese are still at the ready for give them the siege.
Put the lasso back up. Just down the top. We are trying to be very careful.
The illusion Instant mana burn is starting to add up. But he does have the cheese ready, Miracle.
With the first bounce down onto Miracle. Matu trying to commit for more. They're dragging back, but he's able to jump out of the boat combo with the doppelganger. Matu continuing to remain completely drained of mana. We are getting control on the side. Has to put the BKB. He's trying to get down. Zai, Rolling Thunder's out there. Grab Puppy again. They'll grab him in. Into the range of this Will-O-Wisp, putting him back. The Bear pushing the first alone. Roars out from mind control, holding down Kunka through the BKB for now. Anisha may be out of mana, but he's still ready to punch. Miracle trying to turn towards Simon again. Zai able to use the charge to escape. Matu commits for the BKB, takes down mind control. They're looking for Miracle. He's been disarmed. He's still got another jump out. There'll be buybacks from both mind control and GH, but the racks are gone. Secret got the objective they wanted, and Matu, he's not even done yet. Jumps back over towards Miracle. Miracle's going to get forced away. Matu's going to turn his attention over towards We Are instead. We Are falls. He has got buyback, using it immediately. GH, so he bought back for this, so he's out and down for 75 seconds. No way of returning. Just down to the fourth, and Nigma smoking up immediately. Maybe seeing if they can get a catch onto Secret as Secret start to retreat. We Are can do so. No lasso over 50 still.
Admiral is on board.
And it's not going to be the case. Secret able to get everybody out of there.
And Puppy, the man who is last one again, survives in the midst of it as he feels so tanky. And they were just focus firing the rack really for the most part there. And Matu just would continue to just be like this Slark pick, just free reign. There's nothing they can do to him. 14-0-6 diving under tier 4s. This is the end. This is where they're going to look to close it out. TP's back, gets X'd, picks up the Trickster's Cloak. Now he can look to really be more aggressive as he's got his Basher in place.
See what final moves Nigma's got in themselves. Secret. Already showing signs to start going for the kills as they're going onto Mike Control. Put the BKB, he can't even get the roar off. The bashes from Matu. Silencing the Beastmaster. No roar today. As the tier 4s are falling, Secret ready to close this one out. They've had their fun. They've played around with their food long enough. As 36-6, 38k gold lead. Secret will take this game on 43 minutes in. As this was a very rough